Took a little trip to Ypsilanti, Michigan. It's a cute little town, and of course I had to stop at a thrift store. This one is called the Thrift Depot. Being that my husband and I are both from the Philadelphia area, we had to stop at Gabriel's Cheesesteak Hoagies. We didn't get the hoagie version, we just got the regular cheesesteak. This is also highlighted on one of the shows for PBS that talks about places to go and see around Michigan. The shelves were packed in this thrift store. It took a while to look through all of the goodies. I didn't film in here because it was really small and there was a lot of people around. The prices were really good in the thrift store, so I was excited to try to find something. Now these were a blast from the past for me. We always loved getting our green stamps at the grocery store and putting them in these books, and then taking the books down to the S&H green stamp store to be able to purchase items with the stamps. Took a look at the salt and pepper collection, was looking for kitschy ones. The other side of the store had all kinds of shoes, clothing for men, women, and children. It had toys, handbags, scarves, and accessories. It is such a quaint little town, and there are multiple antique stores next to the thrift store. So of course I had to go and explore each one of them. The first one was called Ambient Antiques. I only took pictures of the outside of this particular one. Next up was Lucky Haskins Antiques and Retro. And then we went to Apple Annie's Vintage. In Apple Annie's, she had a collection of vintage clothing and hats, and lots of vintage pottery and other antiques. She also had vintage handbags and accessories. Look at those vintage cameras. This is just one section of Ypsilanti. The locals call it Ypsi. I just love the historic buildings. I love the colors that they're painted. Along with shopping, there are restaurants and bars to go to. And this part of town is called Depot Town. This is the only item that I picked up to flip for a profit at the thrift store. Paid $2 for it. This is Indiana glass, blue, which is a nice color to pick up. Diamond point. This is just a bowl. At first I thought it might be an ashtray because of this, but it's just a scalloped edge on the bowl. They do make ashtrays. When I got it home, and I don't know why I didn't see it in the thrift store. Look at this. Can you see that on there? It's got like, there you can see kind of two cracked lines. Now you can't feel them, but they're there. It's like a stress crack. Now this bowl doesn't sell for a lot. They sell anywhere between, $10, $12. There was one for like $8 something. The bigger pieces of the Indiana diamond point glass sell for a little more, but being that mine is damaged, I'm going to have to sell it for about $6 to $8. This is still such a beautiful piece. I just love the color of it. So that happens all the time, that you pick up something, you're excited about it, you're like, oh, you know, it's a small little piece, can flip it, and not notice the damage on it. In fact, I might have been holding that side of it when I looked at it, so I had my hand on it. So always turn the pieces around, look at it with the sunlight or the light in the store to see whether or not it's damaged. This happens to every reseller. I'm not concerned about that, because there's always people out there that are starting their collections, or they just need a piece like this to add to a collection, and if they can get it for cheap, they're gonna buy it. Here's some bonus footage, just some more pictures around Ypsilanti, Michigan. I love this old-fashioned clock that's actually in the middle of the street. And along this walkway was plaques talking about all of the history of the area.